amazing affordable watches, and I have featured plenty of them here on my channel, from their dive watches to their dress watches. However, today I have one of their most affordable dress watches that they offer. It's the Visodate with a black dial and gold indices. And I have to say, this watch looks a lot more expensive than it actually costs, and this actually costs around $150. A really great price for a very good looking watch. So let's flip the camera and take a look at the Visodate from Tissot. I don't often find myself talking about dress watches here on my channel. However, today I have a beautiful, affordable dress watch to show you guys. And even though I don't really feature dress watches here on my channel a lot, I think I'm going to be featuring more in the future because I do find myself attracted to dress watches more and more recently. And that's just a personal preference. I'm usually partial to divers or weird watches. However, I do like a nice dress watch, or I'm finding myself to like nice dress watches. And this one, I have to say, for the price, which is around $150 on Amazon, is a great option for someone who's looking for a reliable but vintage-inspired dress watch. This is a quartz movement, so you're getting an ETA quartz movement in here. It's a Tissot. It has a black glossy dial. It has a stainless steel case. It's around 40 millimeters. And one of the nicest elements of this watch is the sapphire crystal. It's not a box sapphire crystal. It's actually raised and beveled. When you can see, as I put it on its side like this, you can see it almost light up a little bit. That's because it's not boxed, and it really doesn't distort very much when you're looking straight down at the watch. It only distorts on that bevel's edge. That's it. And you have gold tone indices and hands. The indices are applied, however, they look a little bit flat, so I'm not going to say that they're very three-dimensional, but they do look pretty good. And then you have a date window very awkwardly placed at that 3 o'clock position. It doesn't cut off the 3, so you have a 12, 9, 6, and 3 dial. And what they've done is just added a date window right next to the 3 o'clock, and it has a surround around it as well. It is color matched, which is nice. However, it's a little bit of an awkward placement. If you like the date, I guess it works. If you don't, it's going to be there. You're going to see it all the time. That's the only thing I can tell you. And it says Visodate right at the 6 o'clock, or right above the 6 o'clock. Obviously, this is a Visodate, so it is a reissue of the original Visodate, a really beautiful date dress watch from the 1950s, I believe. If I am wrong about that, I will put a comment down in the description. You have beautiful hands on here as well. Those are in gold, as you can see as I move them around, and they're sort of faceted, so they do pick up in the light very, very well. The second hand reaches the track all the way out around the outer portion of the dial, and it does hit the indices, so take a look. And I will do close-ups so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Obviously, there's no lume on here. This is a dress watch, and the proportions obviously speak to that. Usually, a quartz dress watch will be thin. This one is thin. It could be thinner probably, but you do have that boxed or raised sapphire crystal. So this is like a 39 millimeter watch. I think the website said it was 40 millimeters, but 39 millimeters is fine as well. It probably wears or looks like a 40 millimeter, so 10.6 millimeters thick. You have a sign crown. It does say Tissot on it. It has the vintage logo, 4.9 millimeters. And then the lug to lug on here is 47.6 millimeters. You have a black leather strap. It's a cav leather strap with the vintage Tissot logo on the buckle. And the buckle is a tang buckle that is milled. Really nice. And again, for $159, I think these are like $159 to $179. I paid $159 for it. This is really nice. I'm actually impressed with the buckle. I know that's something, but there you go. And then the case back, I believe this is a snap-on case back, and it is signed Tissot right there. I think you get like 50 meters of water resistance. It might be 30 meters. It's actually 30 meters of water resistance. The entire case back is polished. The case and case back are stainless steel, so at this price they are offering a stainless steel watch with a sapphire crystal, which I think is really good. So very quickly, I'm gonna throw it on my wrist and then we'll wrap up the video. A little bit of lume would have been welcome. However, they decided not to put any lume on this watch. And again, for Tissot to make a watch that costs around this price, I think this originally would cost under $300. I could see why they wouldn't add lume, but a little bit of lume in the hands would have been helpful. Let me quickly show you what I have on my wrist, and then we will throw the Tissot on my 7.5 inch wrist. Today, I have the Blue Planet from Siga on. This is the gilded version. So this is a 24 karat gold gild version. So the dial is gilded with 24 karat gold. It's not solid gold, but pretty cool. And I believe the dial takes about 68 hours to create. And it's also in ceramic. So the case and bracelet are in ceramic. The bracelet reminds me a lot of Rado, which is pretty cool. So here is the Tissot on my 7.5 inch wrist. The strap is cav leather, as I mentioned. It's sort of Alcantara lined. It's like a felt lining on it. This watch looks a lot more expensive than it actually is because of the sapphire crystal, because it's thin, because of this beautiful buckle that they put on here. It doesn't look like a cheap run-of-the-mill buckle that you would get from Seiko or any other brand. You have these really nice lugs that have curvature through them, so you can see there's some facets to them. It's not your just plain lug style. It is an all polished case, so everything is polished. And that sapphire crystal, which doesn't have much AR coating on it, obviously you could see that in the studio lights, but it is domed and you have that facet to it, which definitely adds a lot of character. Then the handset and the indices, that gold tone adds a little bit of richness to the dial with that black glossy finish. It looks really good. On my 7.5 inch wrist is a 39 millimeter watch, and it's just over 10 millimeters thick. It wears like a classic dress watch, in my opinion. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you think this is a nice watch for well under $200? I think it is. I think this is a great watch for under $200. There are a lot of dress watches out there, but this is sort of a heritage watch. It has a little bit of a history behind it because it's a Tissot Visodate. They even use the vintage logos for it. I think that's pretty cool. All in all, a great looking watch for a great price. And that's really it. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of this watch? What do you think of Tissot? What do you think of the Visodate? And the price on this watch? Tell me what you think. I want to hear from you guys. Please also don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. It is super helpful for the channel, and I very much appreciate it. I will put a link to this watch down below to Amazon. If you are interested in buying that, it will be an affiliate link. If you're interested in buying this watch, check out that link and it will take you to Amazon. Thank you for logging on. I'll catch you guys in the next video.